Cameron, thank you. For nearly a week, a 92-year-old Appleton man was struggling, trying to figure out what would compel someone to steal his little red wagon from his front yard. Well, today we have some good news. The wagon has been returned. NBC 26's Eric Crest has that story for us.
It was just last week when Armin Barth was wrapping up some yard work. But when his wife called him in for dinner, he left his little old red wagon near the curb.
I would say about 1960 is when I got the wagon.
After dinner, Armin planned on finishing up in the yard, but his old reliable helper was nowhere to be found.
I had a rough time all week, contending with what he was going through. Wake me up all hours of the night.
So we had a picture of a red pickup truck from both sides, but we didn't have nothing for license number.
Now, thankfully, a manhunt wasn't necessary because nearly 130,000 people saw Armin's story online.
The best part is, they says, Armin, they're all shooting for you.
And one of those people apparently was the man who took the wagon, and he was compelled to bring it back.
I ran out and grabbed my wagon and put it on our ground, and then he came up and said he was very sorry. He didn't know what he was thinking, that why he picked it up.
And once the homecoming of sorts wrapped up, Armin noticed that his wagon had been cleaned up, bringing some of its 60-year-old charm back to the surface, a gesture that made it really difficult for Armin to press charges.
And I said, well, just slap his fingers. I said, don't do nothing more.
All in all, this was a lesson learned for the Barths, a lesson about not leaving anything of value in your yard, at least if you value your sleep.
He says, now I can go to bed to sleep.
But more importantly, this was an experience that taught the couple a lesson in humanity and how even when someone does something wrong, no one is beyond forgiveness.
This man, he felt pretty bad when he had to come back to where he picked up the wagon, and he felt really sorrowful.
In Appleton, Eric Crest.
It'll outlast me and maybe one of my children yet.
NBC 26.
The radio flyer back at work. And still ahead here for us at 6.